Hello, and welcome to your favorite flow. So, this is based on all of the asana that you guys sent me that are your favorites. So, let's see how it goes. And start lying down. Maybe take the feet to the ground, or if you want to, soles of the feet together, knees open in Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining butterfly. Taking a few moments just to feel. Softly breathing, not too worried about strong inhales or exhales, just letting the body ground and settle and be natural. And we're going to start to bring the right knee into the chest. You can keep the left leg kicked out to the side or put the foot on the floor. And you might want to move into half happy baby here. Bring the right knee out to the side of you if that's available. If it's not available yet, we hold into the back of the thigh. Now I'm taking my right leg in and out, trying to circle and open through the right hip. If you are interested, you can join me in that. Otherwise, just taking some wiggles that feel right for your right hip. Then when we're ready, we'll do the left side. So taking half happy baby if it's there. Stretching the leg. Making some little circles. Big ones, small ones, you can straighten. Whatever's good for you. And coming through the middle. Bringing the knees in and just making some little circles with the knees one direction and the other. Waking up the hip joints, loosen them off, getting a little bit more of synovial fluid in there. Bring the right knee into chest. Press the shin forward and lock out the elbows, and that will pick your head and your shoulders up. We do this a couple of times until we come all the way up to seated, pushing the shin forward, and then we point the left toe and flex. And we add in chin down and chin up. So chin down with the pointy, chin up with the flexed. Waking up nerves at the back of the body. And when we're ready, rolling all the way down onto our backs. Bringing the right knee back in with us. And then left knee. Coming up and down. So pushing the shin forward to stretch out the backs of the shoulders. Coming all the way up. And then point right toe, flex. Chin up and down. You can make this really big and dramatic if you want to. Or simply move the foot. Head doesn't even have to go. You do you. And holding onto the left shin with control, we come back to the floor. Bring the knee back in. And taking both feet to the ground. We just start to take some little ripples up and down through the spine. So really tilting the hip bones towards the ribs as we come up. And trying to go down vertebrae by vertebrae, maybe even arching the back at the bottom. So you get this big rhythmical spine going on. You move the arms a few times too if that feels good, up and down or side to side. Connecting breath, body. Nice. We'll come on up to our seat, shoulders forward, shoulders back, feet in a V. Forward and back. So really pulling the shoulders down to open the chest, rolling them forward, stretching through fingers, wrists, hands. Then when we're ready, hands to shins, we can roll back and stay there. We can put the hands on the floor and lift the chest, or if we want to, hips up if it feels good. Nice. Coming on down, crossing the ankles, pressing the hands to the floor, so shoulders forward. Maybe you do this with hands down, maybe you do this on your fingertips. I do it with my fingertips because it helps me lift up. When we're ready, stepping ourselves back into our downward facing dog. If there are any movements you want to do in advance of that, just do them. Bringing some rhythm, some wiggles into the body, walking the feet out. Taking a stretch your way. And we'll ripple forward into our plank. And we'll send our bum back to our heels. Rippling forward into plank. And then either coming back with knees up or down, little floating or regular child's pose. Constant undulations through the spine. We're going to make a big circle with the right leg anti-clockwise. Then we'll circle it clockwise. So left to right or right to left. Just as long as you make a few of these big circles, my leg's straight, feel free to bend yours. Then when we're ready, the right foot comes to the outside of the right hand. We push the right hand down and we open up into triangle, hips facing the floor. Let's make a little circle with our left arm. Power from the shoulder. The arm is just a continuation. You don't need to have a straight arm or even straight legs, just be active in your feet. Now we're going to step into our half moon and we bring the left knee and the left shoulder together. You're welcome to use blocks at any point. Then we're stepping back softly towards the back of the mat. Find your lunge. Stepping onto the left leg. I'm going to bring the right knee forward and back. Doing shoulders forward and back. You can keep the knee on. So you keep the foot off the floor or on. Hands to the ground. Stepping back into downward dog, or you move through your vinyasa, low plank or knees and chest. Back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog. Settling through the hands and rippling forward into plank. We'll do these waves again, just the three of them. You're welcome to put your knees down and do cat-cow if that's preferred. See if you can find every little part of the spine and make a conscious effort to move it. Nice. Let's lift the right leg up and over, anti-clockwise, then taking it clockwise towards the outside of the right hand. Plant the back heel, set yourself up for Trikonasana, extending to your fingertips. Circle the arm if you want to. We're stepping into half moon. You can put the left hand down if that's better. Stepping towards the back of the mat, we move through a lunge. Onto left leg, right heel into bum, hand to foot inside or outside. Just a moment in dancer before taking hands to ground, stepping back into downward dog. Vinyasa is there for you if that's what you like. Super active through pressing the inner thighs back, hands strong. And we make a circle to the left and the right. Just opening, closing the hip. You can do the straight leg, bent knees, big whip. Left foot comes forward and we plant the back heel, moving into our Trikonasana shape. Now very strong through the right heel. As we start to move the right shoulder, left arm is a continuation of it. Then stepping onto the left leg, right arm extends forward, right elbow to right knee. Hands to block if you like. You can do this standing up if that's better. You choose. Stepping towards the back of the mat your way through your lunge. We bring left knee forward and back. So feeling the hamstring as you take it back, feeling around in the spine as you bring it forward. Stepping through a little semi-standard standing split, back into downward dog or vinyasa, however you get there. Be mindful when rolling over the toes. And we take 3 ripples or 3 cat-cows before we just dance back to the front. Last one. Big circle with the left leg to cross behind the right. And then a big circle to the left to take it relatively near the top of the mat. Plant the heels, Trikonasana. Big circle through the arm. And we step into our half moon. Stepping back to the top of your mat, find your lunge. And bring the left heel into your bum, hand to foot if you want to. Coming through a little standing split before stepping back. Vinyasa or straight to downward dog. So you're welcome to take an inversion if that's you, or be in downward dog. I've opted for a child's pose here, which is not like me, but I've gone for one. So whatever feels useful and kind to your body right now. And when we're ready, lifting our hips up into downward facing dog. Maybe descending your hips into downward dog. Step or jump to the top of your mat and take your fold. Inhale, reach everything up. Tadasana, you're there. A few moments in Tadasana to adjust your sports bra and your hair. See how everything feels. We bring our arms up and fold softly down. Hands to the ground, step or jump back into your plank. Vinyasa or straight to downward dog. So on this round, we're going to hold certain postures and then dance back to the front. So we'll lift the right leg up, right heel squeezes into bum, keep lifting on left side. You can stay there, come onto right fingers, or maybe up and over into wild thing back bend into full wheel, or if you want to, you can do what I'm doing because I'm feeling sassy. Take your right hand back, see if you can squeeze right heel into bum. Maybe you get hold of your right shin. There's a lot going on, but it could be cool. So let's step the right foot back to the top of the mat and we find Trikonasana. Lifting the left arm, maybe curling right toes up if that's for you. Maybe taking first 2 fingers underneath right toes if that's for you. Maybe ignoring all of that or doing that as well as taking the left arm over and pushing into left foot. Transitioning into half moon Ardha Chandrasana. So you can put hands to floor, hands to block. You can do this standing and simply take the back leg off an inch or two. Or squeeze heel into bum as well. You can take your hands into any position you want. What feels good? Letting the leg go when you're ready, carrying towards the back of the mat. Find a lunge, prepare, press onto left foot, then pull your shoulders down, squeeze your right heel into your right bum cheek. Hand on inside or outside of foot, Natarajasana, the dancer. Pulling up on left thigh. We'll let go and leave it where it is. If you want to, chase your head with your foot into a standing split. Might feel interesting to stay there or take some hops back. Vinyasa, you go. So take some ripples, some waves with your spine again if you want to. And bear in mind, I know I go a little faster. If you feel like you got to hang out in a space for a bit longer, just do it. We will dance back to the front. So let's circle the right leg over. Either keep the heel up or you're going for a quick wild thing, whipping the arm around so we come back through with the right leg. Trikonasana, to be said in that weird voice. Stepping onto right, lifting left, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Carrying towards the back of your mat, high lunge. Right heel into bum, the dancer. Let it go through a standing split, option to handstand hop or to step straight back. Vinyasa Yoga. So last side, resetting the body. Resetting the breath, nice and easy with the breath. No need to suck it in too much. And then we'll whip the left leg over, heel into bum. Come onto fingers if you want to, or come all the way over. Squeezing left heel off the floor, hand to shin if that's you. And we're coming back over. Left foot comes to the top or relatively near. Set yourself up for triangle, and if you get to any of these places and you don't like it, we just change them. So with triangle, we're trying to keep the hips facing the floor and the body, the torso twisting up. Keep the length in the lower back. Curl your toes or extend the arm over, make some more space, become taller. This is how I got from 5'5" to 5'6". I don't know if it is, but we'll go with it. So let's find half moon when you're ready. Weight on one leg, the other leg off the floor in any expression, with the hip open. Hand to foot if that's there. Push pull with the foot if you're holding it. And let it go. We step back to the back of the mat. Find your lunge, pressing onto your right leg, left heel into bum. Find the dancer, then push pull, hand to foot. Reach in whatever direction you want to. And we let go, leave it where it is. Chase your head with your foot. Standing split. Option to stay in the standing split or put your hands on the floor. Take some hops. 1, 2, 7. Vinyasa. Yoga. Resetting the spine through these waves. This is mainly to help close your ribs and release the lower back. You're welcome to just come into a plank and hold it for a little bit. Even knee down will work. And we'll lift the left leg up and over. Taking it all the way around if you want to, just for a visit. Then into Trikonasana. Right arm comes up. We'll circle through the right arm to take you into half moon if you want to. Then stepping back, finding your high lunge, left foot into left hand, mandala. Hands to the ground. Stepping back through vinyasa or straight to downward dog. So being in downward dog or resetting yourself through a different posture, coming into the nice stuff to close our practice. The nice stuff, once again, selected by you. If you've got an inversion, please feel free to pause and take it. I haven't put one in, but it's there. And then moving the right leg forward, we move into pigeon. So you can come and lie on your front straight away if you want to. You can roll off to one side. You don't have to square your hips at all. Just make sure your knee and your lower back are comfortable. If you want to be taking the back foot off, that's when we want to think about squaring so we can pull right hip back, left hip forward. Spines welcome, heel into bum. It's always worth working on the hamstring strength first. And yeah, you can do all these weird flippy things I'm going with if you fancy. Just mess around with your body. As long as it feels cool, that's fine. Challenges are welcome. Something that feels injurious is not, and we learn to know the difference. We come down into our fold when we're ready, unclenching the bum, relaxing the space at the lower back and the first chakra, Muladhara. And bring the back foot forward. And we move into our twist. So I like to wiggle around a little bit first. I've got my arm extended to the top leg. That feels better for me. You're welcome to bind or bend your elbows. Do what feels proportionately good for you. Every breath in is a lengthen through the spine. Every breath out relaxes the shoulders and perhaps creates a little more space. Now I've chosen to transition out of this through a headstand. You're welcome to do that if you want, or just switch your legs over, or a little vinyasa. Not really sure why I chose that, but we are where we are with that. So let's switch sides however you get there. Give your legs a shake if you need to first. And as you can see, I get a little bit higher up on the shin when it comes to bringing my back leg in. This is so I can scissor my thighs together and use some action through the middle. Finds welcome, weird hand to foot situations. Ah, that arm gesture. Nice, and we will come to the ground. When we're ready, soft through the lower back, through the hip. And clenching the toes. When you're ready, coming up, crossing your legs over and taking your seated spinal twist. Now I've got a Marichyasana leg situation. You're welcome to cross one knee over or double pigeon or anything else that feels right for you. Always making it feel right for you. Coming back through the middle. And cross the legs. Little shoulders forward, shoulders back, just to close off our practice. Releasing through the chest, hands to shin again, or hands behind you, or hips up if that's what you want. Pushing the armpits towards the floor wherever you've gone. And going onto our elbows, lifting the legs up. You can bend your knees, your heels don't have to be directly over your hips, just legs up to the sky and let everything get really soft. Lick your lips if it's possible, undo the tension in your teeth, your jaw, your face. And then give them a little shake. Try and shake the muscle away from the bone. And we're coming onto our backs. If you have time for a long Shavasana, pop on your favorite song and enjoy it. If you have a short one, then close your practice with some love. Regardless, thank you for being here with me today. Let me know how you feel about the practice.